This is the Ron Steele Design Custom Prime DP, which stands for drop point. And this is number 18, and I'm presuming it's the 18th of this model that he's made. I know that it's the first double-edged version of this model that he's made, but we'll get to that in a minute. This is a maker and a model that I was exposed to through Tier 1 Gear Reviews. You got to check him out. Great channel, great guy. He has sent me a number of boxes full of knives to check out by makers that he loves and recommends. And Ron Steele, one of the boxes he sent had 2 Ron Steele primes. One was this, one like this drop point, and then one was a Bowie style clip point blade that I think Justin over at Tier 1, I think he was the first one to get one of those. And Ron Steele is a graphic designer and artist, and has only recently begun making knives within the past, I don't know, 2 years or something. And he's making some beautiful, beautiful things. Before I go any further, make sure you go check out Ron Steele Designs on Instagram just to check out the different variety of knives that he makes. This one is on the more tactical end. He makes some smaller and more, sort of pocket-friendly, sheeple-friendly EDCs with beautiful, beautiful handles. He's done a lot of stuff with G-Carta and really interesting blade finishes and blade shapes. And the man can grind a blade really well. And anyway, go give him a follow, check him out. I guarantee you're gonna like what he makes. Okay, so this knife, after I had Tier 1's prime for a while, when I sent it back, I missed it. I wanted it. And I vacillated back and forth between, do I get a Bowie or do I get the drop point? And I decided on the drop point because I have a lot of Bowies, or I have plenty of Bowies, and to me this drop point is such a unique shape. It's evocative of a Tanto, but it's maybe a little more universally useful, at least to me anyway. It's got this nice straight. It's got a bit of belly here, and then it has a secondary straight here, and just the shape overall was appealing to me. And I decided, why not jump on it and get a drop point that really appeals to me? Because sometimes I comment on how drop points have less panache to me, and this one just had panache, so I decided to go for it. I got in touch with him, asked him if he could make me one. He said yes, and I asked if he could make it double-edged, because that's just my druthers. I love double-edged knives, and he indicated that he had never made this model in a double edge, but he would give it the old college try. And man, he just pulled it off beautifully. So this is 80 CRV2. Here, let me show off the cool little card that came with it. Sort of like a birth card. Ron Steele design. Also, it came wrapped up in brown paper package, and a brown paper package tied up with a string, just like the song. And oh man, it was so nice to unwrap. Prime DP number 18, 80 CRV2. He asked me, this is while I was at Blade Show, he texted me, or DM'd me, what do you want for the handle? And first thing I thought of was maroon micarta. I've been on this maroon micarta kick, and he's like, do you want anything special? And I was like, just maroon micarta. And then he said, what about something? And I said, well, give it, I like what you do. Make a, put your English on it. Let me see. And so he did, and I'll show that in a sec. Acid Stonewash Double Edge, June 12th, 2021. So when you acid wash 80 CRV, you get this interesting kind of pattern, which is really cool, I think. It gives it kind of a rustic feel. But back to the handle. So he found a beautiful micarta, linen micarta. That real tight weave indicates that it's linen. Deep maroon, and then he split it up with double liners, black and gray liners. Not only here, next to the tang, but he split the whole, thing up and put them running through there. And I think that is just such a classy little touch. I really like it. Pinstripes, like down the side of a pair of tuxedo pants or down the side of a nice car. Some pinstripes there. And with that dark acid wash and this maroon, this happens to be my high school colors, which is I'm not a real rah-rah, go team, the best days were high school kind of guy, but I always liked the combination of black and maroon, and so it's just kind of funny that that's what I asked for. And once I got it in hand, I mentioned it to my brother because we went to the same school. Like, hey, this is our school colors. Right here, I mean, you can see how nicely sculpted. I love this forward portion of the handle, because if you don't have the handle scales, if you don't have your thumb up here on this really excellent grippy jimping, and it's wrapped around here, and that's a nice angle to hook your thumb over, and it's soft, it's smooth and contoured, and it just feels really good. Another thing about this knife that I like is that arc right there is great to grip over when you have it in reverse grip. And this is the kind of knife you might have in reverse grip, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? You're doing night ops. Just kidding, of course. I don't do night ops or any fighting. I've just trained in it, and so my imagination is there, and I always think it's better to have two edges than one. If you're not using it for camping or EDC, why not have two edges? Speaking of EDC, I do EDC this blade. I shouldn't say that. I DC this blade. I don't carry it every day, but I carry this when my shirt is untucked in the summer. I'll carry this, or when the winter comes, I know I'll carry this a lot under whatever my top layer is. You might know this from watching my other videos or the podcast. I like to carry fixed blades in the waistband at 3 o'clock, so that when you grip it, it comes out with the edge forward in a reverse grip like this. It seems like it would be the most useful if I actually needed to draw the knife. Great sheath. He did an awesome Kydex sheath with really nice positive retention, but it doesn't pull. It doesn't take too much to tug it out of there, but this whole area here keeps it secure. Pops out real nice and easy. I put the in the waistband strap on it. I am going to get a different clip for it. I like these, what do they call it? Concealed concepts. What is this called? I love these clips. I'm sorry, I can't remember what they're called now, but I'll figure it out when I want to buy one. Really nice sheath, and just excellent. Very sharp here. I never do paper tests, but since I have a piece of paper here, I've been sharpening another knife. Just really nicely sharpened. Let's see this back edge. The back edge of a knife is always a little bit more obtuse because of the limited distance between the spine and the edge. So you have to cut it at a slightly different angle, but I mean, you can see it's very sharp. So just an outstanding knife. I want to get the Bowie from him next, and I wonder, can he sharpen the swedge? I don't mean to be Johnny One Note with it, but I would love to have that one double-edged too. All right, so let me show this with a couple of other favorite EDC style fixed blades, or fixed blades that are ones that are practical to carry on your person on a somewhat daily basis. This first one is probably the least practical, but it is also a beautiful custom knife, so I have to show it off. This is the Attention to Detail Mercantile Douglas Esposito made fighter, double-edged fighter with the bayonet grind. This is an excellent knife too, man. This is just a beautiful, beautiful piece. I rarely carry this one, I must say. This is more of an around the house kind of knife, because it's just a bit bigger, and it's a little less easy to stash. Check out Douglas Esposito, A2D, Attention to Detail Mercantile. Great fixed blades, and now really awesome folders too. Another knife I love to carry on a daily basis is this. You've seen this a lot recently. This is the Voodoo from Eric Kramer Custom Knives, or I should say Kramer Custom Knives, made by Eric Kramer. Beautifully hollow ground, also double-edged with that obtuse sort of, I mean, it is very sharp, but it's less of a slicing edge like this and more of a gouging, tearing, splitting edge. This one's very thin, which I like. Here it is with the custom Monkey Thumper by Black Rock Knives and Ken Vihikite. I also requested double edge on this one, and he obliged in a very skilled way. Also a really, really excellent knife. This one is a little big for EDC. I have carried it. The handle is a little bit long. I tend to like the shorter handles for carrying in the waistband. This one carries really nicely in this excellent sheath in Scout style on the back. And I rarely carry anything Scout style, but this one I do. And actually, I had this at work last winter, and it was hiding really nicely under my top layer until I was sitting at the computer in one of our edit rooms, and I was leaning forward because the monitors are just a little too far away, trying to see a detail on the screen, and my fleece popped up over this, and one of my friends walked in and was just like, "Hey, nice knife. You better not let the boss see it." And I was like, "Oh, because this is, you can tell it's kind of a nice menacing knife." A couple of others. Here is a handmade custom Pinkerton Pikal, double-edged Pikal. These are all about the same size. This one especially is about the same size. And the ever classy Bastinelli. This is also a Pikal style, Karambity style knife. This is a Anomaly. It's a collaboration with Doug Marcaida. Cool knife. Different. This one I carry Scout style on the front, and it hides, because since it's so thin, it hides nicely under the shirt or whatever. As you can see, the maroon pops up again. I'm just loving the maroon handle material. My folding Elvia is also maroon micarta. Let's see, two more tops. These are tops. The Felony Stop, I think that's a Richard Daraspina design. And the Rapid Strike. So all double-edged pretty much, all yummy, yummy knives. And all in the running with this knife. These are all commonly carried knives by me, though I haven't carried the Felony Stop in a little while. I should. It's such a cool knife. It is a bit heavy though. All right. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely please go check out Ron Steele Design on Instagram and look at his beautiful wares. And I know you're gonna probably want to order something, but I will be in competition for his time, because probably pretty soon I'm going to order the Bowie version of this, which is really cool. Really cool. Very, very nice shape on that. So, all right, well, Ron Steele Design, Prime, Drop Point, Double-Edged, number 18. Thanks for watching.